Okay, everyone, I have my trusty whiteboard with me, and we're going to talk about how to teach intervals. A line and a line. A line note to a space note is a step or a second going up. A space note to a line note going down is also a step going down, right? A step or a second going down. So then we add in some more lines. A line note to a line note with a space skipped is a skip or a third. A space note to a space note with one line skipped is also a skip or a third. Students love to do this on the whiteboard, right? And we teach it to them in a sing-songy fashion. So when we ask them to write a step going up from middle C, drawing the G clef. All right, so here's middle C here. All right, and a step up from middle C. Is it going to be a line note or a space note? It's going to be the next space because there's nothing in between. Is this step going up or down? It's going up. Okay. So then why don't you go ahead and write a note on treble G. And this time, let's go ahead and make a skip out of it. So we have to skip the space note and go to the next line note. A line to a line with a space skipped is a skip or a third. So you can really have fun with your students when they're learning their basic steps and skips by using, of course, Succeeding at the Piano. You definitely use the whiteboard. Oh my goodness, use the note speller and also use the flashcards, which I will take you through very soon. Flashcard Friend, this lovely little stick figure for the second edition. And these are tried and true, fabulous ways to get your students to remember all the intervals and the note names on the staff. Combined reading system, so I'll show you how this pack of flashcards works really soon. But now let's go ahead and take a look at In My Dreams I Sing. This is on page 22 of the preparatory book B. Wonderful illustration of a little boy sleeping. What are the patterns of skips? Circle them. So let's have your students take a pencil and circle all of those skips. If they have trouble seeing a line note to a line note with a space skipped, go ahead and have them put an X on the note that is skipped. It's much easier to see than the third interval or the skip. Point to the A's in the bass staff, so they can point to those three A's. And an A is a step or a skip down from middle C. Oh, it's a skip down from middle C. And we know that we have little chicks or erasers or whatever else you have for your students for them to visualize these intervals much more easily. And then, of course, tap and count out loud before you play this piece. How do you want this piece to sound when you play it? Oh, it should be peaceful and quiet and beautiful. So I'm going to play both the teacher part with the student part. Students have already learned that lovely drop and roll motion. They can use that for every key if you'd like them to, but especially at the end when they're rolling off the keys. And have the students remember that their upper arm is free at all times to create a beautiful sense of freedom and release in the playing mechanism. Now on page 23 is another technical exercise, playing skips with Papa Haydn. Here we see Papa Haydn at his instrument. Oh my gosh, how wonderful. So we can tell our students all about Papa Haydn. Oh my goodness, do I get to tell you? That'll be wonderful. But you know what? Let's save it for the next video. I'll be right back.